lose and will be able to finish this one off. So it is 2-0. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting, because I am intrigued with what Kinguin are going to do. They are going to buy and just drop like head armor on some of the players. This is not something you see too often at all, but I quite like it because it's surprising. Like, I don't think Fragsters are going to go into this round thinking, you know what, I'm pretty sure they're going to be buying here. So, yeah, an early buy for Team Kinguin anyway. It does mean they're quite limited on utility, and a couple of players, 3 players in fact, don't have head armor. Already, wow, Dragonfly has kicked this one off with a bang. They now know that there is a buy. There's a little bit of a ruse in play at the moment. Well, Dragonfly is going very strong already on this map. He found himself a second kill. T's trying to boost over the little gap in the smoke, but as of right now, there's nobody there. CT side are playing this one nice and passive. By the looks of it, this early buy isn't going too well. Bubsky is already going to be able to close down another, leaving it on to just 2. Rarlan and Taz to try and turn things back. Torben has been spotted, and Rarlan will be able to find another pick. It is going to be a bomb plant. There's no doubt about that. The question is, can they do anything in actually clutching out this round? Now, Taz is up close with a flashbang, leaves him completely blind. He's somehow surviving a little bit longer than expected, but Rarlan is now with it all to do. He wants to at least make things a little bit more costly here. Dragonfly is not going to allow that at all. A nice attempt from Kinguin. I like the idea, but it isn't going to be paying off. 3-0. Don't really know why they decided to switch that right towards the end of the defusal, but maybe giving a little bit of extra money. It's down, and now we'll just see a few pistols purchased up for Kinguin. Now, they could realistically go for another sort of force buy, but I think it's just one of those things where it is just not worth the risk anymore. You didn't bring the CT side economy to its knees and make them have to force into this situation. It's actually going to be... Oh, it's a bit of a mix instead. Rarlan's now purchased up an AK. They have gone for a few pistols alongside it. They really don't want to allow Fragsters to build up too much money already. That's going to be coming in. Nice shot from Reeks. And that's actually an AWP into his hands. Are they going to be able to trade that kill on Ivy? Yes, they will. And the AK of Rarlan does come into play. And so does the AWP of Reeks. Maybe they're going to steal this one away. The timing just not working out for Refresh. And now Torben's left all alone. Kinguin, well, this is where we expected to see them buy. Instead, their cheeky little investment has worked wonders. Torben, he does manage to pick up a first, though. 2 players left, one without armor, one very low on HP, and he's got the chance to find this kill. He's turned it into the 1 versus 1. Bomb planted for Rarlan. Torben has an incendiary. He's got the smoke as well. This incendiary, if he throws it down... Oh, the timing, though. I think if he just Molotovs off that spot, he wins. Obviously, that's the power of hindsight. It is going to be 3-1, and that's painful for the CT side in terms of their economy. Dragonfly does not have enough to buy an AWP, and I wonder if somebody else will take the hit for him. It's Little Brother. Little Brother Stown who's going to go with the FAMAS instead. The T's now come into what would have been their sort of first round buy, but actually a pretty damn good purchase. They've got their AWP alongside the AKs. Dragonfly is actually going to be left glass cannon. And tagged, as Maniz already does a decent amount of opening damage. He's going to go for a little bit more through the wall, but nothing to be found just yet. Hasn't been too impactful in this match, but then again, hasn't had his trusty AWP and has been going for some riskier purchases over the last few rounds. Let's see, though, if Kinguin can now break their opponents. Of course, it's a similar situation for both teams. Obviously, the buy this round is slightly worse for wear for Fragsters, but if Team Kinguin lose this round, they will... Ooh, look at that nade! Mouse and Maniz losing almost half their health. But yeah, if they lose this round, they will also be in quite a bit of trouble. So, maybe not a perfect situation for either side. Dragonfly, normally you'd see an AWPer try to go for a little bit of a cheeky peek through those Molotovs, but he cannot afford to. He would burn to his death. Reets is going to be the one to find the opener. Actually, he gets a second as well. A strong round to start from him, and Rarlan now plummeting into this B site. Will be a couple of trades back and actually given some hope, but Refresh, well, 1v3. It was close in the previous round in a similar situation, but not this time. Minis gets himself onto the board. It is going to be 3-2, and now, well, not really much can be invested into this round for the Fragsters side, and those sort of early purchases have actually paid dividends now, as you can see on your screen at the moment. There are some obviously stuff you can do over on the Hellcase website. I've been told that there's a Medusa case and a giveaway as well, so obviously you guys can check that one out. That's all up to you. I'm hoping a lot of you are here for the Counter-Strike, which that's why I'm here, and because I'm employed. But let's move away from that. I'm here for the CS. Reeds already going to be finding the opening pick. We've actually got a double orb setup over on the T side at the moment. I imagine one of those was retrieved. Taz is going to be sat with the SMG. We've all got to sell out someday, Celery. All got to sell out someday. That's how these sort of tournaments are run. And it's good. There's $57,000 on offer, which I especially think for like the sort of lower tier teams, it's a good chance to get a bit of chunk of change and keep these organizations going. Keep the players getting money in their pockets. Reeds. Oh, he's got lots of players coming his way. Nice nade from Beniz. He's going to use his Deagle. Try and close it down. Stown left alone. And nice work from the T side to keep that one squeaky clean. That's how we can afford cat food, yes. I also need to get a cat first. You want to win $57,000? Don't we all? I wouldn't say no to that right about now. No, $57,000 for an online tournament. Like, there is no LAN for this. This is purely online. Is brilliant. Like, that's an incredible amount of money. Like, I would love to be able to chill at home, play some CS, and potentially win a chunk of $57,000. Like, not bad. Already though. Good shot from Maniz. Both players actually taking a bit of a tag. Refresh will spot a man in towards the A main position. He's just going to opt to smoke that off rather than taking the challenge. But it looks like Torben may be the one to try and take a bit of a challenge himself. I can afford McDonald's. I may actually go to McDonald's in between the two maps. Because, you know, I fancy some nuggets. Either way. Mouse. Peek in the corner. Torben. Oh, he's going to get that timing very well indeed, but Reeds is there to save Mouse from utter doom. It won't matter because he doesn't last long and will fall in return. I like the Molotov they used to actually hold Stown back from coming in from behind. And Reeds, well, he's just continuing with that MAC-10. Already gets the second kill and retrieves a rifle in hand as well. Well, that is wonderful from the T side. Keeping things clean again. Look at the amount of money they already have. Now, just remember, they got a big boost to their economy by managing to win that round with the pistols. And the minimum they currently have is $5,200 in the bank. No, it's not LAN. It's an online tournament. You know what's good? Not playing, but betting and winning money. Hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I'm not a fan of gambling myself, mainly because I normally lose, so. Here we go, though. We are going to have a bit of an investment in from the CT side. Taz will be getting another opener, and a little bit of aggression coming in from Torben to try and find something over towards B, but he'll be met by Mouse, who actually only had a MAC-10 to lose anyway. He's not taking too much of a risk, whereas Rarlan has just handed Refresh an M4, and he's just going to try and run away. Are there any more games today? Yes, there is a CIS battle between Avantgarde and the Sharks themselves. So that should be a pretty interesting battle. See how Vega are doing after the major. Because the thing is, some of their online performances before the major were utterly atrocious. I actually had them as my 0 and... Was it them who I had a 0 and 3? I think it was. And yeah, and then they just came out and played really, really well at the major qualifier. So I'm interested to see if they're going to continue to play like that or if it's going to be a little bit of a sort of problem. But either way, 5-3, Kinguin starting to string rounds together. Reed's currently on $15,400. So, you know. But now things change a little bit. Double AWP setup. This is something that Fragsters love to play. You've got the brothers in arms, Down and Dragonfly, picking up those trusty AWPs. Now, it's an expensive setup, and normally one that they manage to make it work. Yeah, I feel like Vega Squadron are the new flip side. It's like, in majors, they're incredible, and then we're waiting to see what they can do elsewhere. I think they'll be a Star Series as well, so one of the teams brought in a little bit late, but after their performance at the major, you can somewhat see why. Down. He's going to be ready and waiting. I mean, he's actually thrown over the angle, so he's got to be a little bit careful that he doesn't miss the peek in from behind. Sound is going to be hiding on the angle, so the T's have to be a little bit careful here. On the other side of the map, we do see some damage begin to come in, and Down. He actually hit someone over towards the corner. Look how low all these players are, and Mao's actually going to be the first one to cook. I think he did actually hit. Yeah, I think he hit Reeds, the leg shot, as he jumped over. Already a solid start to this round, and plenty of low players already. Down is going to add another to the death toll and leave this T side with not too much to go on. Rallen and Melise are still healthy. Well, there goes Rallen already finding a kill back in for the T side. Melise, well, you name them and then they shame their opponents as 2 quick kills turn this back into a 3v3. Still, Dragonfly looking to try and hold the angle. Taz is the one with the bomb. There's only 25 seconds left on the clock, but Refresh now falls. And Dragonfly, he feels the need to try and make some play back in towards the site. Rallen maybe a little bit wary about defending his in-game leader. And, well, he needs more than defense as everyone will fall. Dragonfly and Torben combine to shut this round down. Up-and-coming players. Well, in this match, I think the man to watch is normally Stown, or Staven, as you read it. He is a talented individual and only 16 years old. I don't know if you even call Esperanto up-and-coming anymore, because he's just a beast. He's another one who's going to be a Star Series, and someone I've casted since he was 13 or 14 years old, doing like Lithuanian Counter-Strike, so yeah. Excited to see him. Hey, of course, Fnatic have just made the move for Twist, haven't they? Benched Draken. I think that's going to be an interesting change. Twist definitely does have that sort of explosive talent, and I don't think he's ever liked being like necessarily a primary AWPer. So if like him and JW are switching it up, like that's the thing with those two players, when they're feeling the AWP, it's really exciting. So hopefully you basically just got to hope that one of them's feeling it, and then the other can sort of just like go onto the rifle when they don't fancy it. But here we go though, pushing towards the B site. AWP's honed in on the angles. Taz already going to be tagged down within inches of his life, but it's actually Mouse to find the opener. There is that HE grenade to trade things back. Reet's now trying to get aggressive. Here's the footsteps of the players jumping around. Rallen already holding off the backlines. It's looking like he's either going to bounce back, but Boobsy, he has other ideas, already managing to find a couple of kills. Push going to be coming back in. They don't have a whole lot of time. Manise does still have himself an incendiary, but it's not going to be too useful as it lands straight into the smoke, and already it's just straight onto the bomb. Rallen needs to clear this, and he just about does it and continues his spray through the smoke. Boobski's now on it as well, but Manise will end his life, and Kinguin are going to get themselves another round on the board. It is 6-4. The money wrecked again for Fragsters. And Reetz knows it. $6,900, not quite enough for him. He wants to make a little bit more money. Yeah, if Twist on a good day, I think can challenge versus the best. There's not many players who are sort of like slightly lower down in like the teams they are on. And I just go, yeah, but if they go insane, they could play against like the top teams. But Twist is definitely one of them. That's why he's always been sought after by other teams. And I think he's had offers from NIP before and turned them down. A lot of the time he just, well, I think it was him who said it. He likes to play with his friends. He likes to enjoy his Counter-Strike. But clearly Fnatic made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Has Co just walking into the site. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, not a player drop. Some money made by Reets as well with the Mac Daddy. Hey, Blue Sky. Yeah, it is me. What are you guys' thoughts on Liquid? Do you think they'll drop Elysian Nitro? No way. I think the thing is with Liquid, it's like you can look at it and go, oh yeah, they're not able to like close out stuff. It's like, if you're getting to finals of lots of tournaments, it's a huge amount of exposure, and the team's still playing well. I don't think they're going to do much better by changing things. I think they've just got to try and fix the problems they have. So, I don't think there's any way that they'll change players. I think they'd be mad too. I think they've got a great roster. It just seems to not go right at times, and they've got to learn to beat Astralis, which is what everybody has to do at the moment. Again, though, just more pistols. Fragsters looking like they maybe didn't quite read the economy too well. Nice shot from Refresh. And actually, Torben, oh, he was given a chance. The chance is gone. The chance is gone. Still quite a few low players, but that's about it. Refresh now all alone. Okay, Minis, a few missed shots from you, and another one, in fact. Refresh is just dodging bullet. What was that? It just hits Mal's while swinging across. A nutty reaction shot. Will Draken ever live up to the one flick on overpass? Well, to be fair, that was ridiculous. So, like, if you're asking if he'll do that consistently, no. But at the same time, he's a talented player. I think just, well, there's a lot of talented Swedish players, and I don't think he's quite found his place. I think he'll easily be picked up by somebody else, though. I don't think he'll have any problems. Like someone like Red Reserve or someone like that would happily have a player like Draken. But he obviously is probably aiming a little bit higher up. Eight to 4, already a strong T-half coming in, and when they played the other day, it was the CT sides that were reigning supreme. Do you still make Minis jokes? The thing is, I only ever really made one Minis joke, and it was like, it was one of my favorite jokes I've ever made, so I don't even want to try. Like, it's so bad that I just can't make a worse one. So I just sort of left it. But if I think of one that's worse, then maybe I'll consider it. Either way, we do have the purchase back in from the CT side. To try and take control of Ivy. Stown still around this position. He's had a couple of decent rounds, but again, for the majority, has been fairly quiet. Already 2 quick kills coming in, and while it is looking pretty poor for Fragsters at the moment, they are being absolutely ripped apart by Kinguin, who have definitely come to play in this tournament. Torben, well, he's sort of the anchor on B, and that's always the thing. When things don't work out, you just have to kind of chill. What was the joke? Basically, with his name, it's like the perfect pun for when you like introduce your nephew. So you could say, "This is my nephew, and this is my niece." It's it's so bad. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I definitely haven't matured at all. That's never gonna happen. Absolutely never. But yeah, that is one of the this is one of the worst jokes ever. But I still I still enjoy it. Torben, he's trying to save his weapon, and he's got players hunting him, but he will be able to keep it in his hand, so that's something at least. Don't step on that. That actually looks more like a pigeon. Let's see. Yep, all of this is brought to you by Hellcase, and the thing is I know that people don't like plugs. I don't like them as well. Like, I didn't like having the Predator movie shoved down my throat. So yeah, I've seen this trailer 764 times during the major qualifier, but this time is the one that makes me want to go and see it at the cinema. But at the same time, without Hellcase, tournaments like this wouldn't exist, and you might not have the chance to watch Fragsters and Kinguin today. So obviously they've got some giveaways and stuff going on. Check it out. Thank you, Hellcase. I have stuff to do, basically. Already though. Pistol this time does start things off. Reese has managed to get very far into the site, and he's got his guard dog of Maniz already managing to find the opener. Mouse. And Reitz again are just cleaning things up. Yeah, I haven't made that joke before, but someone literally said, have you made any more jokes about Maniz? And I said no, because I can't beat that one. Aww. I like how I think we've only seen the split cam used twice. Once was for an actual like defusal situation. The other is to show a sad dead terrorist. Thanks for that. Lovely. Great use. I'm glad to see the producers are having a bit of fun. Sat downstairs, but okay. Either way, Kinguin are absolutely destroying Fragsters at the moment. 10 rounds over on the T side of train. This has been very impressive. CTs are going to be able to buy it back up again. How many rounds in a row is this? I know the producers can't hear me. I could try and use my willpower to work it out, or I could just go on 8. It's 5 rounds in a row, but they've won 10 of the last 11. That's insane. It was only the pistol round and follow-up that's really been anything here, but Dragonfly is going to be there to at least kick this one off. He missed shots from Reitz. This has been the best opportunity we've seen, actually, for Fragsters. And, well, it looks like they're finally going to get themselves their second buy round on the board. It is Rallen and Taz to try and deny anything. And it's not going to happen. Nice finish for Fragsters, but the fact is they have a long, long way back to get into this one. Your favorite solo caster. Thank you, Die98. Your name is It sounds quite aggressive, although you haven't put like put it in full capitals or put exclamation marks. So I feel like it could be slightly more aggressive. So thank you either way. Spam this penguin to help out. See, that's the thing. Is it Kinguin then? Kinguin rather than, I suppose a lot of people say penguin. Penguin. Kinguin. It just doesn't sound right. I feel like I'm just being really stupid and had a bit of a brain fart. Either way, we are going to have the push coming in towards this B site. This is where all of the Ts have gathered up. And actually, the majority of the CTs... No, it's not Penguin. I'm just stupid. Leave me alone. Taz up close for the CZ. This pistol is deadly, but he's only going to be good for one. And actually, now it goes into the hands of Bubsky. He's the one with the trusty CZ. The all-powerful gun. And he has Kevlar. He's the super raid boss. And he's dead. That didn't last very long. Maniz, he's going to try and be a bit sneaky here. He could have died the plan. And actually, Torben, a little bit of dodging and weaving. Unfortunately, it's not going to make any difference in the round at all. As it is going to be an 11th. Kinguin get themselves the pistol round. Now, there will at least be an early buy available for Fragsters, but the fact is it's still going to be 12-5 before we see them get onto the board. And look how safe this buy is already. Every single player on Kinguin have purchased up rifles. Now, going into this round, they have to keep it clean. They don't want to lose any players at all. Kinguin. Oh no, stop. Stop. We can call them Kinguin. There we go. Now it's even better. It's just a bomb plant attempt. Oh, that's not a good start for Reitz. He's been tagged up, and that will be a player drop, so that's something at least. And a second bomb plant as well. Or it should be. There we go. Took a little bit of time, but refresh will do it. Remarkably clean, or reasonably clean, I should say, for Team Kinguin. But the second bomb plant is crucial, because that should actually get an AWP into the hands of Dragonfly, or at least leave him very, very close. He can get a glass cannon one. Refresh is off from dropping him one by $100, which is a little bit unfortunate. Obviously, the next match today is actually in a couple of hours, so we may have a bit of a break if Kinguin are able to take this in too. They have looked very strong today. Dragonfly is going to pick up that glass cannon AWP. Fragsters have got to make the comeback here, and now and already Dragonfly's down to just 3 HP. That is not the start he was looking for. Also, Mao's trying to take a bit of aggression over towards this Ivy position. Yeah, downloading more RAM is always going to be a good idea if you're having any problems. Either way, and he's looking for rest, but he sort of looks away there and gives an opening for Torben. Now, they look like for a second they were going to go barreling right in towards the B side, but there are a couple of players there, and Ralen's now been called out on the other side of the map. The aggression for Kinguin is actually punishing them quite a bit. The question is there any way that they can turn this one back? Now, the money over on the Kinguin side is not brilliant. And, well, they've now lost Mouse as well over towards the A side. That should be this round pretty much done. Taz is going to be isolated. Saving these couple of weapons could make a big difference to bringing a buy-in in the next round, because Mouse with 1,400 will be able to buy. Same for Rala. Maniz, though, will be left with little cash in the bank. And obviously, if Taz and Reitz save, Taz could actually drop over a rifle at least. Won't be able to get him his AWP. I think it'll be off by a little bit. But it will at least be a rifle into his hands. So these weapon saves are crucial. Obviously, for the Fragsters side, they really don't want to overface too much in these situations. Now, having 5 players alive a lot of the time seems like overkill, but with this current situation, they don't want to have any chance of that reset coming in later in this game. Already, though, Reitz will be able to damage a player enough to remove him. And while you can see, Dragonfly is getting as far away from that bomb as possible, because with 3 HP, he doesn't want to risk it at all. It is going to be another round on the board for Fragsters as they make it to 6. What is the next match? It is going to be Vega Squadron versus Avangard. I actually think that one could be pretty exciting, because Avangard, in terms of like their online performances, have been pretty good. They recently won that sort of like show match thing, I think it was, like the MSI finals, which was, I believe, in New York. They won that versus Complexity, and I think they've got a damn good roster behind them, so I'm actually really looking forward to seeing what they can do. And yeah, then they're versus the team that sort of was surprising at the major, obviously going out eventually, but losing to Astralis, Fnatic, and NIP, and taking it pretty damn close versus Fnatic. So yeah, should be a decent match later on. Yeah, the Chris J Ace was absolute fire. Either way, though, we do have a buyback for both sides into this round. A crucial round for both. Obviously, Fragsters wanting to try and get themselves into this once again. The fact is, though, the T side need this round. They're going to go pushing in towards the B site. Dragonfly looking towards the connector. There is a quick rotation available, but already a quick kill in. And is left onto Reitz. He's got a lot to do. He's done significant damage onto Torben, but he's going to run out of bullets. And that will ultimately be his downfall. The bomb will be planted, and Well, Rallen doesn't really have much hope in this round. Probably just going to try and save what he can. This does mean, though, that Fragsters are back into the map at least. Spirit is 10 out of 10 the best team. I don't know about that. I think I've actually I bought one of the souvenir things that had Sum Da-young's sticker on it. It was like the 5.7 that you get from the nuke package, just 'cause I really like it. And his sticker is dope. And I didn't want to just buy the sticker because it was. Like, I think he actually responded to my Twitter badge, so I haven't even bought my sticker yet. But yeah, I think he's a talented individual. I think Spirit definitely did like better than expected. Got the odds from GG Bet. I know some of you were talking about the betting on the game. There you go. Currently in favor of Kinguin. I can't say I'm overly surprised considering they're 12-7 up. And they are already a map to the good. But at the same time, there's still possibilities here for Fragsters. Train is definitely one of those maps where if you can get yourself rolling, it can work in your favor. Well, the funny thing is here, it almost seems like they were just against pistols. They have just run away with that round. There was a rifle in play. Lots of damage done, but only one player lost. 12-8. We're actually going to see a pause called. Mani's now back onto his AWP. I think that's going to be an important prospect in this second half. He was doing pretty well in the first half. Currently sat second on the board, 16 and 10. Well, first on the board in terms of points, second in terms of frags. Reitz currently 20 and 11. But it is Dragonfly coming up behind him fairly quickly. So it seems like the AWPers are definitely ruling the server at the moment. Down again has been fairly quiet into this one, and he is a talented youngster. A lot of pressure sort of put onto his shoulders, and I know that they're going to want to step up big when it comes to the event in just a week. Well, yeah, a week's time now. Well, not even that. 5 days until Star Series begins. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. There we go. Can Kinguin begin finishing off this map, or is it going to be the comeback coming in from Fragsters? They've got a lot of bank. Behind them, so it's not going to be too much of a problem if they do lose this round. Reitz, he's in a bit of trouble though. They're going to run in, but he actually finds himself a couple of kills. Still, the trades come back as Taz falls within seconds, and it is going to be the plant and the attempted retake. The problem is, the CT side, they don't have themselves a kit already. Mani's, though, will add one. Give them a man advantage as they look to come back in here. Stowns attempted to go a little bit aggressive as Torben waits back. That will end him as well, and it is going to be another round on the board for Team Kinguin. Straight back when they get themselves the purchase. They keep 3 players alive as well. They could actually pick up a secondary AWP if they so desire it. They did throw it over, so yeah, that's exactly what will be happening. Rallen will pick up the AWP as they hit 13 and 8, but look at the amount of money left on the T side. They are comfortably going to be able to buy back into this one. The double up setup brought in now for the CT side. Rallen be looking for that peek in towards A main. Just trying to make sure that nobody's able to cross, but already Maus is going to be going down. It is going to be Taz to actually trade things back, so no real love lost, although we do normally say that it benefits the T side in these sort of situations. It will leave Reitz alone. Dragonfly going to be pushing a little bit here. Smoke is going to leave him without much vision whatsoever. You can see a bit of a stalemate over towards this Ivy spot. Or eventually Rallen is actually just going to throw down the smoke. And we have seen a few hits in towards this B side. I have to say Reitz has done pretty well. Now, the T side, even with a loss here, would still have a bye into the next round. So it isn't done, even if Kinguin do manage to win this one. But at the same time, it is getting damn close in this 4v4 situation. 50 seconds left on the clock. I'm just going to see. Nice flashbang out. Taz will give them the man advantage for now as Dragonfly looks to try and make his way in towards the pop. Rallen is ready and waiting for the push to come in, and well, there's no trade available onto him either. He's going to go for the re-peek, and Dragonfly will find it, and he's left all alone. 1 versus 3, and 22 seconds left on the clock. He is going to be able to Molotov one out. Bomb is looking to be planted. This would give them enough money, but they're going to go running straight through him, and Ease will execute him. 14-8. Another round on the board, and again, this double AWP setup will remain. And while this may be the last buy we actually see from the T side, it is coming down to that sort of point. A bomb plant would be enough. We'll give them some extra money, but Kinguin been looking pretty good. Once again, it's looking like they may go for a bit of a faster play over towards this B site. Nade will slow them down a little bit. While Reeks is already going to be throwing out a little bit of utility. He's tagged quite a few of them low. They are just going to look to try and push into the site here. Refresh from above, and Reeks will be there to find the opener. Maniz with another already, and the push coming through. Bubsky, is he going to notice the player above him? He will, but he's managed to sneak past. He's trying to play a bit of a long game here. He's just got to make sure he doesn't fight too long. And, well, he's actually going to get himself a couple. That's a big play from Bubsky. 3 kills. In fact, he saved them here. As it looked like that was just going to go the other way. Taz is now left all on his own. May just want to try and save his weapon. It really does show that, well, a little bit of luck and quite a bit of skill can turn around on its head. Is there a lower bracket? No, I think this is just straight elimination. Either way, Taz is just going to wait. Maybe try and catch someone as they look to exit out of the site. It's not going to be happening. Now, he has a little bit of extra money. Maniz as well, but it's not going to be the best of buys. Reets could go for some sort of SMG. Either way, they are going to purchase. And Taz is actually going to drop over an AWP, so they are going to rely quite heavily on Maniz to have a big round. We do have a couple of rifles, and the CZs are not to be taken lightly. But at 14-9, again, we come to a crucial round. Fragsters, they don't have a huge amount of money left in their bank account, and only $1,400 if they lose this round. The same for Kinguin. They'll get $1,900. Well, already that is not the start they were looking for. Maniz is down. They should be able to retrieve that AWP, so at least that's something. Rallen will be the one taking that, I think. Oh, no, actually, it's going to go into the hands of Mouse. Even still, this is a strong start for Fragsters. Reets looking to try and go a little bit aggressive here. He's got to be careful, though, because Bubsky is just waiting around the corner, just holding the angle. He's going to start spraying his bullets, and while Reets has decided, not really worth it. Just going to make his way back on towards the site. Some support from Rallen will rotate in. Now Taz is the man. It looks like he's about to have some contention coming his way. Got to be careful. Actually looking away from the Ivy position, and while Reets on the B side is going to go down instead. Nice shot from Taz, though. Still brings things a little bit closer. He's got the incendiary to try them, hold them back a little bit more. He still knows there's a player over towards the Ivy, but he is the only man on the A site. Everybody else on his team is currently waiting over towards B. So it is Taz with it all, and he's not going to be able to. He will fall to the hands of Refresh, and I think the remaining 2 CT players are just going to have to look to save. We are going to be hitting double digits for Fragsters. Only 2 rounds needed for Kinguin, and they do go through to the next stage. Well, we already had one of our matches yesterday with 3D Max making it through into the semi-finals. They will either face Avangar or Vega Squadron, and Well, the winner of this will face either Imperial or alternate attacks, although if I was going to be choosing a winner of that one, I'd probably go with Imperial. So it's definitely not going to get much easier in the next stage. Although it does have to be said that I remember... I think it was on LAN, I think it was Kinguin beat Imperial. I might be mistaken there. I know they definitely got through into the final and played off against the Bulgarians. Still odds favouring Kinguin. They are only 2 rounds away from closing this out. There we go, though. It's a bit of a mixed bag over on the CT side. They don't have the finances to go for too much. They've left Mouse on that AWP, and well, this is already a poor start for them. They've lost one of the rifle players. They've lost Maniz as well, although he didn't have too much to play with. The chance of a reset for Fragsters now is, well, pretty much reset by losing the map. That's about it. One by one, we're just witnessing the fall of these CT players. Mouse is going to be there with the AWP and at least make things a little bit more costly, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. Kinguin just have to get themselves the rounds. It's not going to be a cash flow problem for Fragsters at this point. Reitz probably just going to try and find himself a weapon to take it to the next. The money for Kinguin is not in the best of states. But again, it is looking like this is going to be a damn close call. Of course, a 10-5 half. Currently 6-4 in the second in favour of Fragsters. They are doing work on the T side. Well, we are now going to see the purchase in from the CTs. Can they get themselves at least to 15? Yeah, you are right. I think the T's could have gone for a little bit of a hunt there and try and remove that AWP, but I guess they just want to make sure they get the rounds at this point. They're only 3 rounds behind. At the same time, Kinguin only need 2 to close it. Now we're going to see a decent amount of utility there as well. Maniz has his AWP, and once again, they're looking to go right in towards this B site. Reitz, he managed to kick it off well last time. But actually, they've decided to fall back. The quick push not working out for them. They baited out a little bit of utility as well. And actually, they found the pick onto Maniz. He has been a little bit flat over the last few rounds, being caught out. Will be Mouse to pick it up instead. The fact is, though, look at the amount of utility already gone. No kit either for Kinguin. They're going to need somebody to step up in this round. And by the looks of it, the T side, they had their initial strategy, and they may be about to go back to it. Lots of players gathering up over towards this B site. Coming in, T side, running in towards the site. It's only Mouse here, and he's going to miss the shot. This is a big, big problem. Nobody's even rotating. It seems like the CT side have just decided to abandon him, maybe not actually knowing that this is where they're going. And, well, by the looks of things, after he's able to escape, they're just going to save. A definite interesting situation there, where it almost just seemed like Kinguin went, nah, not going to fight this one. You can just try and do this on your own, and, well, Mouse is able to escape. I think this time there is no excuse for the T side not hunting. Every single player currently alive. Most of the players with 6 grand or above, they've got to try and remove some of the weaponry. Because otherwise the CT side will just be coming back with buy after buy. It has been a few rounds in a row now. They'll get the max loss bonus going into the next. Or is it? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's max loss bonus into the next. But actually, yeah, the T's, again, they just hold on to what they've got. I think that's a bit peculiar. I think in that scenario, okay, you had some stuff to lose yourself, but you've got so much money. You lose 1 round, it's on 15, you're buying anyway. That's a bit odd. Maybe knowing that they're going to have to come buy after buy anyway. But even still, bit of an odd one there. CT side, after the early aggression has been coming in the previous few rounds, are going to try and take some aggression of their own over towards the B side. They've got Taz ready and waiting. Miniz is already looking to try and rotate away back towards the A site, and it does seem to be where at least early on Fragsters are looking to probe. Rallen already getting tagged down to half HP. Nade will dunk in towards CT side, but the nades that they're using achieve absolutely nothing. Still, they do have these players close up towards the B site. Reitz maybe getting into his feet. He's probably just going to be there to try and trade anything out, knowing that a little bit of damage has been done, but with 45 seconds left on the clock. More damage. And actually, it's the T's who have come out a little bit worse for him, and he's still going to be watching over towards this A main spot. With 40 seconds, we now see the T's starting to make their way towards this A site, but still there's some utility. This is great from Kinguin. They've tried to hold on to this a little bit later into the round, and he's though is going to miss the shot, and that's an important one. He's going to go down. Torben with two magnificent entries in towards the site. And while all the praise I was giving to Miniz early on in this match is quickly faded away, the CT side can't seem to do anything in these entries. Rallen will at least manage to find himself one, but it's not really anything too impressive. And well, now we do see the T's. They want to remove these remaining two weapons. Reitz will at least be able to close down one. Of course, money, not an issue for the T side. They have got pretty much unlimited cash. Taz, I like this. He's trying to be a little bit sneaky, hiding below where they push. He's not been spotted! Oh, Dragonfly, absolutely no idea. Taz just runs back into the open, though, and just hands away that rifle. So you give him props, but then he made a bit of a mistake there after getting the AWP. 14-13. The chance of a third map now actually looking quite high, as it's 5 rounds in a row. 4. Or is it 6 rounds, sorry, in a row? How many is it? No, 5. I'm just blind. I looked at HLTV to see, and it hadn't updated yet, so I was a bit confused. But either way, we are going to see a pause called, I imagine. So much cash, obviously. Over on this T side. All Kinguin really need is a round. They want to at least guarantee themselves overtime. They're going to go straight in with a double AWP setup. Of course, they lose this one, and it really does come down to crunch time. This got everything they could desire. They've got no excuses anymore about utility. They've got no excuses about weaponry either. Rallen's going to be the one picking up that secondary AWP. He's going to try and use it to control Ivy, although he's not able to connect the shots early on. By the looks of things, Fragsters might want to go for something a little bit quicker. They haven't really got anybody probing over towards the B side, which is normally a sort of big indicator that you're trying to play more of a default. Instead, they've got 3 men on Ivy, 2 actually in towards their main, and here we go. Straight through the smoke. Looking to try and challenge. Rallen already taking a much more passive position. Maybe frightened that he's going to get overwhelmed. Taz actually going to get smoked off a little bit. They're going to try and boost up to take him out. He's ready and waiting, though, on the angle. Stound's going to be the one to take the brunt of that battle. The fact is, though, the CTs have used up so much of their utility. The players in A main are still ready and waiting. With 40 seconds left on the clock, we see the beginning of this push once again, but it's Taz. He sprays, finds himself a lot of damage. Bubsky is able to trade one back. They've got to be careful because Rallen is still around the back lines, and Miniz is ready and waiting. Nice shot from him to finally add one onto his tally, but switching to his pistol, a bit of a mistake. Miniz now going to try and dance around, and is he going to go down as well? He is. Reitz is now left alone into a 1 versus 2. Now they do have to get this bomb down. Is he going to expect them to come? Yes, he is. If he drops this, he should be able to win the round. He's just got to stay alive, but he'll find the kill anyway. Kinguin, they don't make it easy for themselves, but they do get themselves around onto the board. The fact is, though, Fragsters now have the perfect recipe to take this to overtime, because the money is not in place for Kinguin. They win this round, and well, $1,900 is all they'll get to try and make this work with pistols. This time, once again, we do see more of a default round coming out from Fragsters. I'm pretty sure Reitz is the only person who has more kills than Maniz, actually, in the whole server. Yeah, this is online. The whole of the Hellcase Cup is an online cup. Either way, though, again, utility is at its last drips and drabs for this CT side. A couple of flashbangs and a smoke. That's all they'll have. Even still, though, Mouse is going to be the one. No, that's not the right kill feed. That is, you're seeing the other team's kill feed on the other side. It's a bit of a glitch. Reitz actually has 26 kills. So yeah, he's leading the charge at the moment. Although Maniz is down, rolling in the corner. They haven't actually checked, so this is going to be able to peek count, but he only gets one. Still Reitz going strong, and now it's left all onto Refresh. He's got it all to do. 20 seconds left. He's got a long way to go, and Mouse is there to end it. It will be the 2-0 coming in for this CT side. And well, we will be heading off for quite a hefty break, in fact, as it is going to be a long while, an hour and a half, I think, until the next game. So if you do stick around, obviously props to you guys. But I'll be back in about an hour and a half to bring you Vegas Squadron versus Amguy. If you have enjoyed, you can type !caster. That will lead you to my Twitter, which will pretty much tell you whenever there's going to be something coming. But yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you a little bit later.